Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing all right today. This is a 2016 Yamaha LL16. Solid Engelmann top, rosewood back and sides, ebony fretboard, ebony bridge. I have put bone bridge pins and a custom Bob Colossi bone saddle in this. This is a 2016 model, LL16, as you can see there is what it is. It's got a 5-ply neck, very nice neck on it, nice beefy neck, nice and thick. Tuners are really good on it. Some people have said they're not too happy with the tuners on them, but I haven't had any trouble. It's pretty precise. And these are all solid wood guitars. I did leave the nut, the stock nut on it. I usually don't do much with nuts unless they need it, because they really don't make that big a difference in the long run. They work pretty good. Just put a little pencil lead in there when I change the strings. That's why you might see a little dirt in there. And very nice guitar. I got this used. I would have liked to have gotten one of the sunburst ones. Those are my favorite. They're just absolutely stunning. But this is a very nice guitar. Nice trim on it. Very well made. And I normally set my neck relief about 008. And I bring the saddle down pretty low. I like my action about 2 to 2.3 at the 12th fret here. But frets on these are really good. Typical Yamaha quality on anything they make. So various types of pick sounds you'll get. This is normally the pick I use most of the time. It's a Prime Tone 73 Dunlop. Pretty good picks. That's what I usually use most of the time. But picks do make a huge difference in your sound. That's a little bit of a thicker pick. And then if you go to these pinkish colored Dunlop 58s, give you a little more of a treble tone you get with a smaller pick. And these USA Dunlop 60 millimeter are great picks too. I always like these picks. They just seem to be a good all-purpose pick, especially when we're sitting around. And then Fender mediums, good pick too. A little more rigid pick, more made for, more for that. These orange Dunlop 60 millimeter good picks too. So try a whole bunch of different picks until you get one you like. This one here, it's one of those blue chip. It's a TD45, and I couldn't believe I paid that much for this pick. I think I paid like $50 or $60, something absolutely ridiculous for a guitar pick. Now, I don't like them at all. It seems to dead an acoustic. However, it is outstanding. I use it constantly now on my electric guitars because I don't know if you can see it there, but the pick, really, there's no wear you can put on that pick, so they'll last a long time, obviously, and it's beveled there a bit, so it's really, so I'm glad I did get it for the electric, because it's the best pick I've found for electric. Normally I like thick picks. This is what I was using before. They're quite thick. It's actually a bass pick, but I use it for that. I got these are Black Mountain. I got these from a promotional thing, and it's like a pick, but it's got a neat little thing for your thumb, and these are amazing for finger picking. Way better than a traditional thumb pick, because it's like a pick. So with it. So, getting back to the guitar here for a minute, these Yamahas, any one of them, I've got 6 of them, I guess, now, right from dirt cheap 700S, which is like their basic Dreadnought acoustic, and all of them sound phenomenal. You can't go wrong with Yamaha at all. I know some people are prone to Epiphone. I mean, a good guitar is a good guitar. You can get any one of them that sound good, but Yamaha seems to offer, in my opinion, the most consistency, the best builds, and I think the key a lot of times is they normally put a solid top on them. The intonation on them too is always fantastic. I mean, you can put a capo on them and you're not losing your tuning. So, very good for stuff like that, and the harmonics. And the strings on this are probably, I don't know, probably got 30 hours. I use either D'Addario XS or Alexer Nano Web 80-20 light gauges on my acoustics, and they seem to offer the best sound. Some people like the phosphor bronze strings. I like the 80-20s. I think Yamaha puts them on for a reason. I find that they offer more even, consistent tone, and they just, to me, they sound better. Now, that's a subjective thing. It depends on how you play, what you like. So I'm not saying one thing is better than the other, but I find that the 80-20s work well. The coated strings, some people don't like them. I like them. My hands sweat a bit, so I have some acidity, so I find, and they last a long time, and I don't like changing strings all the time, so they last a very long time. But I'd say on these strings I probably got 40 hours maybe on them, so they're not as crisp and bright as they would have been, say, 20 hours ago. But like the harmonics on Yamahas too are always good. Now that's the difference where a bone saddle makes a huge difference. You can hear it right away when you do harmonics, when you get rid of that urea one they have in them and put it in there. Although the urea one is warmer much warmer. So if you're playing a lot of rhythm guitar, strumming a lot, the urea might be a little better because it's not as bright a tone. But I usually switch them out for bone. Same as every guitar, that 5th fret is the hardest place to get a ring on those 2 strings, always. But if you do see one of these used, or even new, I think in Canada right now, I think they're 1,100 plus tax new. So if you can find one, they're very hard to find. They usually sell out very quickly just due to the build quality of them. I would throw these against a Martin D18 any day. Any day. They're just a better build. Although I will say that if you do get that Martin, that's a Martin is a Martin, right? I mean, they're the gold standard in my opinion for a dreadnought. And if you get that right Martin, I don't think there's a guitar around that could beat them. However, for 1,100 bucks Canadian, you get one of these. I believe they come with a hard case. They used to. I don't know. I got this as 2016, as I said, model. I got it used for 800 bucks, and it came with a hard case. And it was a guy that had a studio, owned it. He's actually a well-known producer out of Toronto. I won't say his name, but he has a big studio there, and he had this, but nobody played it that went in, which he said was a shame. So he wanted someone that would play it. Studio guys all preferred his Gibsons, as Martins, as Taylors, like the big brand name models, as opposed to kicking in with a Yamaha. There's a lot of people that Yamaha was just an entry level model. They're not that great. They're not that good. Well, I'll tell you, it's different. If you go into a music shop and you take right now, I think the one of the best dreads they offer is actually the FG 800. And do yourself a favor, if you play guitar, next time you're in a music shop, ask if they have them. And they usually have 8 to 10 of them hanging on a shelf if it's a large size shop. And you take all of them down, it's the consistency that matters. It's not 1 or 2 that's going to be really good. Every one of them just about, or 8 or 9 of them are going to be really good right off the shelf. And they're going to play well, they're going to be built well, they're easily tuned, and you can have that guitar for a lifetime, and you can't kill them. They're humidity tested at the factory, both in China and Japan, and they're just an overall great guitar. So if you get a chance to pick one of these up, or the one not all wood is the L16, which is just solid top, Engelmann top, but it has the laminate backsides, but still has a 5-ply neck, same guitar. But it's not solid wood, and they sound great too. I have an LS6, which is the Engelmann top, but not that. Plus it has the 1 3/4 nut, which is a big thing to have. That 1 3/4 nut makes a huge difference when you're down here. And for me anyway, when you're lifting that finger right there, 1 11/16 nut, I'm always like that, flubbing it. That little bit of a whatever millimeter makes a huge difference. So anyway, give her a shot. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Cheers out.